I caught up with a mild December rain in the park the very day after Christmas. It was a wonderful way to spend a late morning. But rain this time of year quickly turns into snow, and the rest of my day focused on warm candles, warmed spiced chai, and taking inventory of now empty glass jars that have been sitting about since summer. I use these bottles for many things, but mostly to store herbs and spices. This menagerie of mismatched glasses has been perfect for my ever growing spice collection and an ideal cold weather project. If you too love to organize your kitchen space while making a design statement, then this ever so out of the ordinary kitchen storage space is just what you're looking for. Let's see how it's put together. My name is Laura Swink, and this is Fine Art, Fine Home. As an artist, the activity I look forward to the most is painting. This new piece is called Myrrh. But I simply have days when I don't have time to work on canvases, so cooking becomes my only creative outlet. I prepare meals every day, and I used to have this huge collection of cookbooks, some 60 a number. But since moving into this small kitchen, I decided to whittle them down to a dozen or so. I can't say the same for my spice collection, which has become a true passion of mine. I seem to collect them like an old lady collects cats. They just seem to show up in my pantry, and what you see here is probably not even half of them. The Sanders spice rack was never going to be a real solution. It was time to use my more creative skills to solve the storage problem. The end result is something I've never seen anyone else do. I found myself in desperate need of a storage rack that would use wall space and not counter space. I shopped around and discovered this nifty wooden fruit crate at Hobby Lobby, so I bought two. Total price for both on sale was $72. A bit steep, but everything else from here is cheap as chips and I don't have to build anything. With a couple of quick, generous coats of polyurethane to make it easy to clean, I hung it up and it looks fabulous on the wall and fits well with my cottage kitchen vibe. Acquiring the jars wasn't that hard. I had already been saving them up and refinishing them to work for storage. These here are some of my earliest add-ons: jelly jars, caper jars, and my favorite Aldi brand red pesto jar. Jars that hold olives, garlic, and other spices all work together to create this menagerie. The myriad of sizes makes it perfect for the amounts of each spice I use. I consume far more chives than I do star anise, so the jars are chosen in conjunction with how much I buy and how much I use. In this case, a one-size-fits-all jar is never going to cut it in my kitchen. To break up the collection, I also bought jars from various craft stores. These little items play very well with the eclectic collection of store-bought jam jars. The standardized size and style of these editions makes the look of the spice rack more of a curated collection rather than just some afterthought. You'll see how all of this works when the entire cabinet comes together on the wall. To clean the jars, you simply put them in hot soapy water to soften the label, and then scrape it off with a razor blade. Some labels will fight you, and some just give up the ghost with great ease. If the jar stored something with a strong scent such as garlic, I recommend soaking the lid in a bit of bleach water to neutralize it. Do this before painting. You don't want your cinnamon smelling like garlic, and after painting, leave the lids to dry and for the paint solvents to dissipate before use. All the lids are painted with one color. In my case, this is black. This makes the final display have a cohesive look. Again, we're going for the idea that yours is a well thought out, curated collection. Once done, you can buy black erasable labels to place on the jars. These are easy to come by and rather cheap and come in all kinds of sizes. I use a chalk pencil to write on the label. And here it is, the completed kitchen cabinet, and I think it's marvelous. My desire for my little flat in the suburbs is to be a well-organized, fine home that has all the charm and atmosphere of a small cottage tucked away in the English countryside. This spice rack is not only scalable, it allows me to recycle things I'd otherwise throw out. Its mismatched character only adds to my quirky little kitchen, and it is a surprisingly eye-catching solution to an otherwise boring kitchen problem. Being inspired to come up with unique solutions to everyday problems comes about simply through keeping your mind and your options open to the unusual. Customizing that solution to your lifestyle can yield some really creative results. This makes living in small spaces while getting through the long, cold winter days so much easier. That's about it for today. I'm off to enjoy some chai. Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed your time here, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Here are a few more pictures of myrrh.